Hello and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we shall be discussing the properties on Modulo arithmetic. This is your instructor, Mr. Alfred Gordon. Let's get started. Now, one of the properties of Modulo arithmetic we shall discuss in this lesson is the commutative property on addition and multiplication under a mode. That is, for addition, we can say that if we have a plus b mod n, it is equal to b plus a mod n. Okay, so this is the commutative property for addition. So for instance, if I have 5 plus 2 mod 3, okay, this should be equal to 2 plus 5 mod 3. Okay, so let's confirm this and see if this is really true. So from the left hand side, we have 5 plus 2 in a bracket mod n, and our n here is 3, and then 5 plus 2 here gives us 7 mod 3. And what is 7 mod 3? We know from our previous discussions that 7 mod 3 here is nothing but a 1. Okay, now let's try the right hand side. So for the right hand side, we have 2 plus 5 mod 3, and here same, 2 plus 5 is 7 mod 3 is equal to 1. So as we can see, the left hand side and the right hand side are the same. So the answer we are getting for the left hand side is equal to the answer we are getting for the right hand side. Therefore we can see that yes, then this is very true. Okay, but for multiplication, if we have a multiplying b, since multiplication is commutative, mod n, they should be equal to b times a mod n. Okay, so let's try an example with this also. So for example, if we have 2 multiplying 3 mod 2, this should be equal to 3 multiplying 2 mod 2. So we can confirm this by trying the left hand side. Okay, so from the left hand side, we have 2 times 3 mod 2. Now what is 2 times 3? 6 mod 2, and 6 mod 2 will give us a 0. Likewise, from the right hand side, we have 3 times 2 mod 2. We know 3 times 2 is also 6 mod 2 will give us a result of what? 0. So as we can see, the left hand side results is 0, is the same as the right hand side results, which is also what? 0. Therefore we can see that yes, then our statement about the commutative for multiplication is also true. But this is what I want you to note here. Now note that for commutativity, we a mod b is not equal to b mod a. So we should take note of this. So this means that if I have 5 mod 2, this is not equal to 2 mod 5, because we know that 5 mod 2 here will give us a result of 1, likewise 2 mod 5 will give us a result of 2, and 1 is not equal to 2. Therefore, A mod B is not equal to B mod A. Now, the other property we will be discussing here is the associative property. And for the associative property, we have the associative for addition and for multiplication under a given modulo. So in this, we can say that for A, sorry for the writer. Okay, so let's get good color. Okay, so let's go there. For A plus B in a bracket plus C all mod n, this is equal to A plus in a bracket B plus C all mod n. Now what we can see here is that here we have to do what is in the bracket first, that's A plus B first, and here we have to do B plus C first. So we can have an example like if we have 5 plus 2 in a bracket plus 3 or in a bracket mod 5, this is equal to, help me here, 5 plus 2 plus 3, and this in a bracket, right? Okay, so mod 5, you are with me. Good, so here we have 7. Okay, so we can do 7 here plus 3 mod 5, and here we can do 5 plus 5, right? Okay, all mod 5. So here we are doing the left hand side simultaneously, the right and the left. Okay, so here we have 10 mod 5. Okay, and here we also have 10 mod 5. But we can see 10 mod 5 here gives us a 0, and it's true that 10 mod 5 is also 0. Therefore, yes, this setup of our associative property is really true. But for multiplication, when we have A multiplying B in a bracket multiplying C all under a given modulo, so all under mod n, this is equal to, we have A multiplying B plus C, and here B plus C in a bracket mod n. Okay, so similarly here we are using a multiplication operation, so let's do this. So let's do a 5 multiplying 2 in a bracket multiplying 3 in a bracket, okay, mod 7, okay, is equal to, then in a bracket we have 5 multiplying 2 times 3 or in a bracket mod 7. So let's do the left hand side and the right hand side simultaneously. I think it's good. Let's go. So 5 by 2 is 10 multiplying 3, okay, we have a mod 7, and here we have 5, and then in the bracket here we have 2 times 3, which is 6, okay, or mod 7. You can take your time and go through this, okay, so you can pause. This is 30 mod 7, okay, and this is also 30 mod 7. Okay, but what is 30 mod 7? 30 mod 7, yes, is 2, and 30 mod 7 here, sorry, is also 2. Therefore, we can see that, yes, really multiplication is associative under a given modulo. Okay, let's proceed with the other properties. Okay, we also have the identity element, and for the identity element we have the additive identity. And we know even in our year 1 that the additive identity is that element that when you add to any given element gives you the element back. So we thought of 0 to be the additive identity. So for additive identity, we have a certain A, okay, plus a certain 0 here, such that this is equivalent to A mod n. Okay, so here we are looking at the equivalency here. So when we have A plus, there is a certain 0 that when we add to A, it will be equivalent to A mod n. Okay, so what do we have here? So for example, if I have a number 2, there is a constant 0, which is the additive identity, that when we add, this will be equivalent to 5 mod n under a given mode, so mode 3. Let's try this here. Now 5 plus a 0 will give us a 5, and we know this is equivalent to 5 mod 3. And we have discussed equivalent modulo in our previous lesson. You can go back to those lessons and watch on equivalent modulo. So here we have two modulos to work on here. To test whether this is really equivalent, we can do a 5 mod 3, okay, which is for this 5, and then this will give us nothing but a 1, no, a 2, yes. So 5 mod 3 is equal to 2, okay, and the right hand side we can have 5 mod 3, which is also equal to 2. So here we can see that yes, really it is equivalent. However, for multiplication, we know our multiplicative identity is also such a number that when you multiply by a given number, gives you the number back. So here we have A multiplying this 1, that this will be equivalent to A mod n. Okay, so if I pick a number, so let's pick a number like 6 times a 1 is equivalent to 6 mod any given mode. So let's do a given mode as 5. So what is 6 times 1? 6 times 1 is nothing but a 6, and it's equivalent to 6 mod 5. You can pause the video and go through the equivalency here. Here we have two things to do, and they are all 6 mod 5. Okay, so 6 mod 5, 6 mod 5, yes, and they will all result in the same results of 1. Therefore, we can see that 1 is a multiplicative identity.